Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to another episode of the most offensive podcast ever. I'm Slimmy V, and today we're going to be talking about banned books. All right, so let's talk about banned books, and it's a subject I haven't really gotten into, okay? Because there seems to be banning on both sides of the aisle, right? And one thing I would say, as I said in my last video, is always ask the questions. When someone is saying, oh, I can't believe that they're banning these books. Oh, you must be a Republican. You must be one of those conservatives who hates gay people, who hates black people. All right. So you either, if you somehow ban books, from my understanding, right, people call you transphobic, they call you racist, they call you all type of isms, right? But what people are not looking into is why are these books banned? Because then they go into some of the innocence of it. Oh, look, this is really just teaching that a boy can like a boy or a girl can like a girl. And what is wrong with that? Right? Let me give you an example of how it's advertised or commercialized. Okay? The way they present it to you. Okay? It's gift wrapped all nicely, right? It makes someone like me who wants these books banned look like a monster, right? Now, let's go into this and then you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. All right? Forget what I'm saying right now. We're going to roll that clip.
I'm Sheila Ward, and I'm reading from This Book is Gay, which was banned due to LGBTQ
It's a book called This Book is Gay. Very creative, very original.
content. Chapter 1. Welcome to the Members Club. Lesson 1. Sometimes men like men. Sometimes women like women. Sometimes women like men and women. Sometimes men like women and men. Sometimes people don't like anyone. Sometimes a man might want to be a woman. Sometimes a woman might want to be a man. Sometimes people don't identify as a man or as a woman. Got that? It really is that simple.
First of all, it is not that simple, right? Even with that, I would not want my children reading that book. Even if it was just that, I would not. What the heck is this? What do you mean? Sometimes you just want to be a man. Sometimes you want to be a woman. If you are a man, like what the heck? That means you got some type of issue, some underlying issue that needs to, you know, you need a couch. You need a couch to sit on. You need to see somebody. Like there's something wrong with that. So let her continue. See, on the onset, it sounds innocent, kinda.
I could end the lesson there, but I don't think a few pages would make a very good book, so I suppose I should go into a bit more depth. Welcome to the Members Club. There's a long-running joke that on coming out, a young lesbian, gay, guy, bisexual, or trans person should receive a membership card and instruction manual. This is that instruction manual. You're welcome. But this is a manual for everyone, no matter your gender or sexual preference. School probably hasn't taught you very much about what it's like to be lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans.
And they shouldn't. They should be teaching math, science, social studies, English, a trade. That's what they should be teaching. No, I don't want my kids learning how to be a lesbian or how to be gay. No, I don't even want them learning how to be straight. I don't care any of those type of sexual orientation things. Leave that out of the schools because chances are we may have pedophiles who are teaching and they might have an agenda. We don't know who the teachers are. We don't know what they do in their private life, and that's their business, right? But when you're an educator and you come to the classroom in front of kids, okay, what about do nows? Okay, let's do this math problem. Okay, let's talk about volcanoes. Let's talk about ants, bees, butterflies, clouds, cumulus clouds, cirrus clouds, thunderstorms, how these things are formed. Let's talk about nuclear reaction. Let's do a little bit of trigonometry, algebra. Come on. What is going on over here? Come on, man. Like, we need to get them in the job force because there's nothing in the job force that's gonna be like, let me see, do you check the boxes? Did you study lesbianism? What about gayism? Yeah, we need someone in the front that knows how to speak gay. No! We need someone that knows how to speak Spanish, French, English, Mandarin, Greek, Hebrew. Not gay. Hey, no, we don't want that. Anyway, this is ridiculous.
Trans or questioning.
Wait,
You might
hold
be
up.
in gay. School probably hasn't taught you very much about what it's like to be lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans, or questioning. You might have heard about famous gay people or seen same sex couples on TV. You almost certainly know an LGBTQ plus person, even if you weren't aware of it. Like an alien invasion, we are already among you. We serve you in the post office. We teach you math. We make your hamburgers.
Oh man, like an alien invasion, we're already amongst you. What are you trying to say? Okay, so you are admitting by saying that, right? Because an alien invasion, right? That's something that we're not publicly aware of a real life alien invasion, right? That's something that we think of, right? That's something that's science fiction. So are you trying to say that being gay and lesbian, you're admitting that it's foreign? It's not something that's real, right? That's what you're admitting. And then, oh my goodness, man, they don't even know what they're saying. They're saying it without even saying it. They don't even realize that they're not really accepting it themselves. Anyway,
So, why don't we teach you about same sex couples?
because that's not gonna get you into college. That's why. Are you asking me? Are you talking to me? Or are you still reading?
When we teach sex ed?
We don't need to teach sex ed. We don't. Leave that to the parents. Obviously, if kids are going to school, they have some type of parents at home. Either is single or is my mommy and the dad. All right, so leave that to the parents. All right, parents are the first teachers, so leave that to them. Sheesh, man.
Or that a lot of people choose their gender?
God chooses your gender. What are you talking about? You okay? First of all, when someone is being born, we don't know what the gender is going to be. We just don't know. Okay, there are science breakthroughs where people are actually now picking the gender of the child. They're doing that. I think it's dangerous. I think it's playing God. I think somehow in the future we're going to not reap the benefits, but it's gonna really bite us in the ass. But that's just my opinion on that. Back to the program.
Well, I was a personal social health and citizenship education teacher in the UK for a
Mm-hmm.
long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I always taught my students about these things, but not all schools do.
Well, then, in the UK, you taught this, or are you reading from the book? Because whoever did that, man, they could be in trouble. That's some pedophile crap. Anyway.
And not all teachers know how. There's no training for this, I'm afraid.
Woo-wee. Okay. Now, we are going to get into what they don't show you. We are now going to show you why a lot of these conservatives and Republicans and the red states are banning certain books, right? And I'm only showing this as an example, okay? Because the reason why I'm showing you that as an example is in this first segment that I just showed you, right? It seems like, all right, the way she's talking, the way she presents it, it seems somewhat innocent, right? But to me, as a deep thinker, and to the people that subscribe to my channels, you guys are deep thinkers. So y'all see beyond what she's showing. But now, I have to warn you, it gets graphic. In the same book, in chapter 9, wait till you hear it for yourself. I am not going to repeat those because it's nasty. Did you hear what I just said? It's nasty. And there's something I haven't said before, but if you have kids that usually tune in or you watch this with the kids, I don't want you to watch it with the kids. Not this segment. Move them away. This is not for them. And if you are very Christian-y, usually I would say don't listen to this, but you need to hear the type of books that they want to unban. Okay? Because let me just shut up, close my mouth, and let this brave mother, I assume she's a mother, I'm going to let this brave mother speak on it herself. All right? Let me just shut up and roll that clip. Mind you, this is graphic. Very graphic. Chapter 9 of This Book is Gay by Juno Dawson.
This Book is Gay by Juno Dawson was found in a 7th grade classroom at Collinswood Middle School. It was also on the ELA recommended reading list for 7th graders at J.M. Robinson.
It was on a recommended list. Recommended. Okay, you know what? Let me let you... Oh my goodness. This is... You know, it gets me so pissed off. How could a book like this get by the board, get by several teachers, get by the principal to be on a list? Who's looking at the list? Are we examining and analyzing the teachers that we are hiring? Or the board or the committee that we are putting in place to run a school? Are we looking into who they are, what they practice, what they do, even though that is none of our business? But when it comes to books like these being on our list, we have to ask, what is the agenda? What are we trying to fill the minds of our young children with? What are we trying to do? What's the end goal? I don't get it. Okay, I'm gonna start it over because trust me, I'm gonna leave this uninterrupted. Uninterrupted, I promise.
I'm going to read from chapter... This Book is Gay by Juno Dawson was found in a 7th grade classroom at Collinswood Middle School. It was also on the ELA recommended reading list for 7th graders at J.M. Robinson. I'm going to read from chapter 9, The Ins and Outs of Gay Sex, starting at page 201, part 1, Boy-on-Boy Sex. Perhaps the most important skill you will master as a gay or bi man is a timeless classic, the hand job. Good news is you can practice it on yourself. The bad news is each guy has become very used to his own way of getting himself off. Learning how to find a partner's personal style can take ages, but it can be very rewarding when you do. Something they don't teach you in school is that in order to be able to come at all, you or your partner may need to finish off with a handy. A lot of people find it hard to come through other types of sex. That is fine and certainly not something you have to apologize for. A good handy is all about the wrist action. Rub the head of his cock back and forth with your hand. Try different speeds and pressures until he responds positively. A bad handy is grasping a penis and shaking it like a ketchup bottle. Finally, my misunderstanding about rubbing two peens together wasn't far off the mark. Rubbing them together in one hand feels awesome. Mega combo handy, trademark pending. It's no wonder that 92% of CMS graduating seniors aren't college or career ready when you're instructing them on how to give blowjobs and handies instead of teaching them how to add and subtract. Superintendent, you stated this book was, quote, brought into the classroom by a teacher with no intent to allow students access. Any teacher that puts material like this on his or her bookshelf is either a bad teacher or a pedophile who grooms children.
Your 2 minutes are up. Thank you.
We will vote you out November 8th. You are not leaders.
I'm not on the ballot November 8th, but
This book is...
Yo, what the heck did I just listen to? They are... Okay, first of all, hold on. Graphic content. Mom reads from This Book is Gay, found in a 7th grade classroom and on a recommended reading list for 7th graders. Yo, dude. This is, I would say, satanic. They are grooming your kids. This is abusive. Mentally. Spiritually. This should not be allowed at all. This should be, remember when you, back in the days, I think it was, the 90s or whatever, when you walked into the arcade store and they had the curtain. You know, if you open the curtain, what type of videotapes you would see. It will be the X-rated tapes. You cannot go behind the curtain unless you are an adult of a certain age, right? These books are not behind the curtain. They're on a list for 7th graders. How old would a 7th grader be? A 7th grader could range from 12, let me see. It could be from 11 or 12. Dude, what in the world are we doing? What are we doing? This is nuts. This is crazy. This is nuts. Yo, they are wilding out. So, of course, they show the innocent part. So parents could be like, all right, it's not that big of a deal, even though it still is. But then when you get down in the later chapters, it get raunchy, it get disgusting, it get X-rated. Not something for kids. Yo, you end up ruining them mentally by introducing sex to them early. That's something that they grow up with, and then they probably have questions as to, I'm having these sensations, I'm having these feelings, or what are like what is that? And it's time for parents to have that birds and bees talk. Like, all right, yo, the feeling that you're going through is you're going through puberty. That means you're gonna have to be careful. You know, that you are growing up. You are getting close to adulthood. You know, there are certain things that you can't do. You got to be careful. You know what I mean? Like, teach your kids. And look, I don't mean to be old-fashioned. Teach your kids, sons or daughter, to save themselves. To save themselves for the right person. Save themselves till after marriage. Because once you pick that partner and you have the child, right? The chances of divorce go low. The chances of a child having a mother and a father in the home increases, right? And your chances for success, whether educationally for the child or financially for you, tremendously go up. So, yo, and the chances of your child not going to jail early or not ending up in the system lowers tremendously. Having two parents in the household, it lowers. Okay? Do not cohabitate. Do not procreate with someone just because you just want to have sex. You know what I'm saying? So these are the type of stuff, if you wanted to teach children, this is the type of stuff that you teach them. Okay? Make sure that you love the person. This is the person that check all your boxes. Okay, this person loves Christ. This person loves you, loves what you do, loves who you are and how you are. You, you know, and y'all don't have to be entirely equally yoked. You know what I'm saying? Like, some may like to watch sports and someone may not. You don't have to be equally yoked in watching sports. Maybe you might not like the same type of movies, but y'all love each other, y'all respect each other's space, and then y'all could come together in unison in other things that you may like. That's fine. But look, I don't know how to teach people how to find the right partner, but according to me, make sure it's the opposite sex. But that's just me. And I should be allowed to have that opinion. You know what I'm saying? So these banned books, I'm going to start to get on them. But check it out for yourself. Right? For yourself. Make sure that your kids are not reading this book. It's dangerous to the mind. It's dangerous to your soul. It will attack and penetrate your spirituality, and it can possess you. And you ever have demonic encounters, right? That's another story. But you got to be careful as to who is teaching your kids, what curriculum your school have, all right? Who are they hiring? Who are the board? Are you going to the meetings? Are you involved? Are you asking your children questions? What did they learn at school today? You know, who are their friends? Do you know their friends' parents? Have you interacted with them? You know, these type of stuff will actually be a good thing to keep your child out of harm's way. But I don't know if you're not offended, but I kind of felt offended. But I'm not afraid to attack or go and talk about subjects that many people might be afraid to talk about. And this is one of the banned books. I will get to other stuff, critical race theory and all of that, and show you as to why these books are being banned. That's the question. Why are they being banned? You need to ask yourself that type of question. Please like this video. Share this video. Okay? Subscribe to this channel. Okay? Because I will be talking fearlessly. I will be talking unapologetically about these type of issues or any type of issues that liberals or conservatives are afraid to speak on. That's just me. This is what I do. All right? If you're not offended, you probably wasn't watching or listening. I'm Slimmy V, and this is the most offensive podcast ever. God bless, stress less, and let Yahweh do the rest. I'm out. Peace.